Hi guys, welcome to CryptoBit 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And yes, you can see BTC is trading at 83,600 prior to what we saw yesterday when I recorded the show when BTC was trading at 92,000. What happened? Why are we seeing the Red Sea? We are going to discuss that on the show this morning. Also, we're going to take a look at the economic calendar to know what event we should be expecting today. And we're still going to take a look at the cryptocurrency market cap if we are still above 3 trillion US dollars or we are now below 3 trillion US dollars. We're going to take a look at the market sentiment, of course, to know what the fear and greed index is looking like. And don't forget, we take a look at the news to know what headlines are making the waves on the space. And at the end of it, we take a look at the chart analysis to take a look at those tokens you're holding, and we are trying to see if we should sell them or we hold on to them. These are more what we're going to be looking at on the show this morning. This is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I'm Kazim Oladmeji Ahmed, aka KC the Great. And if you look at the screen right now, it is not looking nice at all. Even though you look at the altcoins and you look at the meme coins, they are all in Red Sea. And this is what we call Red Sea in cryptocurrency. But we're going to recover from this. We'll definitely get there and know what is going on. All right, let's start with the show. And we are going to take a look at the news first before we know what the economic calendar is looking like. And if you look at the screen right now, Trump tariff fears slam Bitcoin, Dogecoin, XRP along stock. Yes, yesterday when Trump was having, I think, not in the Oval Office, in the Oval Office, I think was having a conference, and he made mention that tariff on Canada, Mexico, and China will kick this midnight. Definitely it's on already, and I believe that is the reason why we see BTC now drop to 84k. But without that, yesterday if you watched the show, I told you I'm still expecting Bitcoin to fall back from the rally we saw on Sunday when President Trump announced the cryptocurrency strategy reserve. I told you we have a CME gap and it needs to be filled. And I'm not surprised when Bitcoin drops to 84,000 US dollars, fill CME futures record price gap and nearly 1 billion US dollar bets liquidated. So since that is done now, I believe the reason why we were not able to now move forward is because of the tariff that uh, Donald Trump has now imposed on China, Canada, and Mexico. And now Bitcoin is under price support near 82,000 US dollars. And this is a trend as NASDAQ triggers double top. So, you know, when I mean double top, that means there's a possibility of NASDAQ even falling more since we have a double top. If we have a double bottom, we might be expecting the market to move upward. But since the double top on NASDAQ, it's even really bad news. And if you watched the show yesterday, I told you guys that until New York Stock Exchange market opens, before we're going to know if all the gains that we made through Trump announcement of crypto strategy reserve will hold or not. But you saw what happened yesterday. Immediately the market opens, it was a sell off. And now he now said it's going to put tariff on China, Mexico, and Canada also. That is really a bad news. But he's not the only one winning right here, because you can see that China has responded to the tariff imposed on them almost immediately. So China responds to Trump's tariff hike with 15% duty on US import. We all know China is sitting on 20% right now or thereabout. It was 10 before, now added 10 because Canada and Mexico is taking effect. But China they've retaliated, and now China responds to Trump tariff hike with 15% duty on US import. And if I'm going to tell you, I think we are now in a trade war, because the trade war is in full swing right now, because offering head swing to risk asset, and these will include cryptocurrency stocks and a lot of asset in the market. So I can't wait for 2:30 p.m. GMT or UTC today to see what the reaction of the New York stock market will look like. And I think it's not going to be okay. We might see a lot of volatility in the market, so you need to be careful. But we're still going to check the economic calendar if we have any news that could further affect the movement or the volatility in the market. And don't forget, I'm still going to show you the sentiment, the fear and greed. Last week we were sitting on 10, but because of what happened on Sunday, from 10% we moved up to 30 something percent yesterday. But I'm still going to show you that, so stick around. More news on the show, and this is still regarding BTC. Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano fall after Sunday's Trump reserve dump. Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies surge after President Trump hinted at potential inclusion in a US crypto reserve. However, Bitcoin has since dropped in value, currently priced at 90,500. But as I'm recording right now, is even way below, down from the nearly touching 95,000 yesterday. And what has that cost in the market? It has wiped out about 300 billion US dollars out in Trump's cryptocurrency market pump and dump. And speaking of pump and dump, a lot of people are coming out to say, is it because the Liberty Reserve financial institution that is being backed with Donald Trump, is it that they are now using a strategy whereby it's going to say something, the market will pump, they cash out, then it will dump? But we don't know, allegedly. But what we're trying to say is this is not even real, because you can see a lot of GOPs, a lot of in the Congress are now saying, even though we're having a crypto strategic reserve, it should be Bitcoin, not altcoins. And I explained those things to you yesterday. If you don't know what that means, you might want to check my video yesterday. I'm going to put the link so you can watch it, because you cannot be using altcoin as a crypto strategy reserve. That is where they launch all these meme coins and all of that rug pull millions of traders, millions of Americans. So imagine the president is promoting what is going to rug pull millions of people. So I don't think that would be nice, but we don't know how that is going to unfold. But we're still going to look at it, because it made mention of he has now included BTC and ETH. I spoke a lot on it yesterday. You might want to check the video out. Now, speaking of ETH, Ethereum tanks to 16 months low as analysts plunge to $1,200. If you've been watching my show and you've been following my analysis, I think I told you ETH is not what you should rely on this bull cycle. Why? Because if you look at all the other assets, they've done extremely well. Even though the bull cycle ends today and we're back into bear cycle, all other assets like Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and so on, they did exceptional well. But now look at ETH. ETH could not even break the old all-time high, not to now talk about the new one. So it's really are not looking good for Ethereum this period. And they've changed the head or the president of the governance, and I hope probably they'll be able to do something, maybe with a gas fee, with their governance, and the way the staking is being done. Probably that could save ETH in this bull cycle. But until then, I think ETH is still a mess. And now, speaking of ETH, now this guy has come out to say that inclusion of Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano in the US Bitcoin reserve is not a good thing. And that is Ben Stein, because the question that, and it says President Trump announcement of a planned US strategic crypto reserve, including Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano, puzzles analysts at investment firm uh, Bernstein. This questioned the feasibility of implementing this move, especially if the US central bank is involved. And you've been watching my show, I've always been, I'm not even talking about ETH, I'm talking about other altcoins. And this is going crazy because we have uh, crypto president doesn't mean we should start approving any project. Imagine they're trying to launch ETF for meme coins. I've never seen something like that before. How would you allow meme coin to have ETF? Meme coin is basically just a sentimental token whereby I like you and I decided to hold your token. It doesn't have any economical value. It doesn't have any utility value. It does not have any great thing that will bring to the economy. So why should we have ETF like that? But I hope the SEC will work on that. And you must understand, Gary Gensler is no longer the chair of the SEC now. Donald Trump has elected new person, and now probably this person is pro crypto, and if they allow all these things to come into the space, we might be seeing a lot of trouble coming in the nearest future. And like I've always been warning you on the show, please and please, meme coin is what is going to make people lose a lot of money this bull cycle. Don't be thinking you're going to look for NFT or whatever that happened last 4 years. Meme coin is what's going to happen. We've seen that happening on Solana on chain. If you look at Solana network, tons of meme coins are being launched, and after rallying up to probably a significant amount, the next day they tank. We saw what happened with Central Africa coin. We saw what happened with Melena, which is the first lady of United States. We saw what happened even with the United States president himself, which is Donald J. Trump, which is official Trump coin that rose from around $87 to 80 something dollar and tanked back to 15 and even trading less than that. But we're going to take a look at the chart also to see where all these cryptocurrency sit. More news on the rate, and this one is now from Binance former CEO, which is seizing proposed price triggered token unlock model to curb market dumping. And I think this is a good initiative. We all know Binance always take the lead when it comes to cryptocurrency. When we saw what happened with Luna FTX some years back with 3 arrows and all of that, Binance was the first to come out and say we're going to have what is called a Merkle tree. And what is a Merkle tree? A Merkle tree is what will show how customer funds are being used, where it's being saved, and all of that. And they follow by ByBit, Coinbase, and all of them. Now he proposed this to, let's see if this will work, because this pump and dump is really annoying, and that is the reason why the adoption of cryptocurrency is not growing rapidly, if you agree with me. So let's see if the proposed will work with what is saying. Now more news on the radar, and this one is now Thorn Chain sees record of 4.6 billion US dollars volume after ByBit 1.5 hack. We all know last week or last 2 weeks, ByBit was hacked with about 1.4 billion US dollars. And what is happening with that? They say they're going to give about 140 million to anybody that can trace it. And also they've been working with FBI to trace all of that. But Toncho was one of the platform ByBit hacker used to launder the fund according to observers, and we can see there is now a record volume of 4.6 billion US dollars. And speaking of ByBit, this is now actually another news coming from the ByBit CEO, and the ByBit CEO says 77% of stolen funds from record 1.4 billion hacks still traceable. That means about 23% is gone dark. That means they can't trace 23% any longer, but 77% of the stolen fund is still traceable. But one thing you need to know is ByBit has recovered all those funds through partners, loans, and all of that, and all withdrawals are back to normal. But because they were able to get loans and all of that, they still need to find their money. So they are still tracking almost the more than 70% of the money, because about more than 20% has gone dark. That means it's untraceable again. And if you see here, you can see some 417,348 ETH, valued approximately 1 billion, remain traceable. The blockchain after being moved using private focus Tor chain, and I believe that's the reason why we're seeing that massive record trading on chain. So let's just take a look at some other news on the radar before we check what is going on with the economic calendar. You can see Ripple unveils 5 key steps to unlocking mass stablecoin adoption. Also, you can see right here that Shiba Inu is adding zero to its price as all gain erased. SEC full crypto max SEC's full crypto tax force also being reviewed, and about 7,000 or more than 7,000 protocol brings back trust to AI art. And if you look at this, you can see Bitcoin and XRP keep plunging while erasing all the gains we saw from the weekend. All right, let's take a look at what the economic calendar is looking like. That is what I have for you on the news today. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can always get content as I drop it immediately. Also, you can follow me on X to get more news as I drop it immediately when it comes out of the space. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on TikTok to get all these nuggets you're seeing so you can learn one or two from the space as well. All right, let's dive into what the economic calendar is looking like this morning. And if you look at it, we can see there is nothing to even talk about today. It's all yellow. Why? Because there's no important news coming out of the fundamental aspect of trading today. We only have some semi-important news out of AUD, which was their monetary policy meeting that was released some hours ago, and retail sales month to month that was released some hours ago. But apart from that, we only have unemployment rate from Europe, GDT price from NZD, and FOMC member Williams Peak from United States of America. But these are not that important. That's why you can see all of them in yellow. All right, let's dive into what the cryptocurrency market cap is looking like. Of course, you can't expect this to look good. I haven't seen all the dump we experienced yesterday after the trade war that had just begun between China, Mexico, Canada, and United States, because Donald Trump has now imposed the tariff of, I think, more than 20% or 20% on China and Mexico, and about 20% on Canada and Mexico, and about 20% also on China, because it was 10% before with new 10%, and I think the market has reacted to that. You can see yesterday we managed to move from 2.8 2.7 trillion US dollars to about 3.2 and 3.2 trillion US dollars market cap. But now, with all the news and everything negative happening in the crypto space right now, you can now see the market cap is not looking good at all. We are down with about 11% since the last 24 hours, and the current market cap is at 2.8 trillion US dollars. So it's even very, very far to my dream market cap. I've been saying I want 4 trillion, because by the time the market hits 4 trillion, we're going to see BTC and some other altcoins skyrocketed. But I think that is not going to happen anytime soon, or probably, we don't know. The United States might release the news and say they've invested in some of these cryptocurrency, and maybe that one will come to pass. But that's that on that. You can now see we have about 213 billion trading volume in the last 24 hours, and you can see the trendy token Ondo is part of it, Cardona that surged about 60% when Donald Trump named ADA as part of the cryptocurrency strategic reserve is now down, excuse me, with 16.7% in the last 24 hours. And we can see Ondo also is down with about 17.6% in the last 24 hours. Top gainers, of course, still remain all these coins you're seeing on the screen. But right now, let's check what the cryptocurrency market cap top 20 looks like. And if you look at the screen, of course, BTC is still number one, trading at 83,966 as of this time that I'm recording this morning, and it's been down close to 10% in the last 24 hours and about 5.8% in the last 7 days. And you can now see the total market cap of Bitcoin alone is now below 2 trillion and even going down, sitting at 1.6 trillion US dollars. Number two, of course, is ETH, and it's been down with 11% in the last 7 days, 10% in the last 24 hours. Theta has now taking back the number 3 position, overthrowing XRP. Just XRP was there for 24 hours yesterday, but Theta is back there. But we all know is a USDT stable coin, and now it's sitting at number 3. XRP is at number 4 with about 9% gain in the last 7 days and about 9% loss in the last 24 hours. BNB at number 5 with 5.8% drawdown since 24 hours. Solana, we saw Solana to make so much gain when Donald Trump announced it, but now it has lost 15% back in the last 24 hours and is now trading at 137 US dollars, sitting at number 6. Number 7 is USDC. It's also a stable coin. Cardona, ADA that surged almost 60% on Sunday stroke Monday, is now down to 23% in the last 7 days and now about 16% wiped out in the last 24 hours. And if you look at number 9 is Dogecoin, of course. Dogecoin about 12% in the last 24 hours, but still the same thing with what we saw yesterday. Tron coin is at number 10, Lido Stake at number 11, Wrap BTC at number 12, and HBAR that they say they want to launch ETF for HBAR as well. I wish them well, but I think an investment company has come forward to say they want to launch an ETF for HBAR as well. It's sitting at number 13 with about 25% gain in the last 7 days and about 4.6% loss in the last 24 hours. Now, number 14 is Leo token, trading at $9.96, and it has gained about 13.3% in the last 7 days. Number 15 is Wrap ETH. Number 16 is Chainlink. Chainlink has been down 15% in the last 24 hours. Stellar is at number 17 and has been down 12% in the last 24 hours, trading at $0.2879. Number 18 is Avalanche. Avalanche trading at 19.9% and it's been down about it's been down about 15.6% in the last 24 hours and about 3.1% in the last 7 days. Number 19, is now USDS. That's another stable coin, and Litecoin made it to top 20, and Litecoin is sitting at number 20. So the likes of Sui, Toncoin, Shiba Inu, Polkadot, Bitcoin Cash are now out of the top 20 token. That is why it's always interesting to take a look at the rank to know which of your project has been overthrown or has been pushed away from the top 20 cryptocurrency market. Now, if you're interested in knowing the top 100 to top 1000 cryptocurrency on the market, you might want to check out CoinGecko.com to get more of that information. All right, that's that on the market cap and the cryptocurrency market cap. We can all see it already. Now let's dive into what a lot of you have been waiting for, which is the charts analysis. And if you look at the screen, when I started the show, just now. I told you BTC was trading around 83,600 thereabout, but right now it's trading at 83,900. So what do we need to do? Do we need to get into BTC right now? No, because if you look at the screen right there, you'll see that we have a buy here at 84,000 before the Trump announcement on Sunday, but everything has been cancelled and it has even hit the stop loss of 84,000. So I think the 2,000 loss is just okay. So now we need to stay out of the market because you can't just get into the market. What if the New York Stock Exchange opens at 2:30 or 3 o'clock GMT UTC and they continue to dump it? So what we're going to do is we need to wait until we get a good signal to get back into the market. So is Bitcoin a buy now? And remember, this is for spot traders and what? Investors. For derivative futures, margin trading, and leverage trading, you might want to join my Discord channel and my Telegram channel. The links are down in the description, and that is why you can get hourly signal, daily signal for leverage trading. But this is for spot traders and investors. And remember, this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment only. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any project or on any token, and make sure you trade with the amount of money you can afford to lose. All right, let's get back to the chart analysis. You can see BTC is still not a buy for spot traders and investors. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH also is not a buy. ETH also is not a buy. Let's take a look at SUI. SUI, of course, is not a buy. You can see SUI, of course, is not a buy. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP is still a buy. You can see this is our entry at $2.2. So XRP is still a buy, but don't forget our stop loss still remain at $2.1. So we can still hold on to XRP if you're still in the market. But if you're not in the market, please just wait until we have a clear signal. But XRP still remains a buy. Let's take a look at Avalanche. Avalanche is not a buy. You can see it did not even activate our entry point yesterday. Rather, it keeps tanking. So we need to stay away from Avalanche. Let's take a look at AAVE. AAVE also was a buy, but it has hit the stop loss. We need to leave the market. Let's take a look at Solana. If you look at Solana right now, Solana was a buy earlier on, but Solana 2 has hit the stop loss. Please stay away from Solana right now. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA is still a buy. ADA is still a buy. If you're in the market, you can see hold on to the entry point at 0.66. But if you're not in the market, please stay away from ADA until we have a clear chance or a clear signal to get back in. But if you're in already from 0.66 that I gave you guys before, you still can hold on to that. Let's take a look at Toncoin. And you can see Toncoin is not a buy. It did not break the signal I gave you guys, which is 3.56. So it fails to break it, rather it's continue to tank. So that's that on the BTC and the altcoins. Now we're going to take a look at the meme coins. But at this point, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get all this juicy content as I drop it immediately. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, on X, and on TikTok to get more of these nuggets that I have for you. So back to the chart right now, and now we're going to talk about the meme coins. If you look at the meme coins, we're going to start with Dogecoin, of course. Dogecoin was actually a buy yesterday if you watch my show, but I told you if you miss the pump, you might want to wait until we get a good signal. You can see I was right. It did not create another entry, rather it continued to tank more. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is not a buy. It did not activate our buy signal, so we need to stay away from that. Let us take a look at Pepe. Pepe also didn't activate. You can see it right there. It did not activate, so we stay away from it. Let's take a look at Ondo activated. That was on Sunday, so a lot of us missed that movement. And I told you we need to wait as well. So if you are in the game, it has already hit the stop loss, so you need to leave the market. Let's take a look at X also activated a buy during the weekend. Didn't give much gain like that, but I told you if you're in it, make sure you put your stop loss at 0.00005345, or you wait. So you can see all the gains through what Donald Trump gave on Sunday. They've all been wiped out. So now let's take a look at Notcoin. If you look at Notcoin, which is Telegram token, Notcoin is still doing a little bit okay. It's still a buy from here, but the stop loss has been hit, and because it has been hit, it's now creating another entry for us. So I think we should just wait for Notcoin also. Basically, I think all the meme coins are in sell mode right now, but we're still gonna make sure we finish the rest. But I feel like they're in sell mode. Let's take a look at dogs. Dogs is okay, yeah, you can see dogs also has hit the stop loss from the about how many days, 1 2 3 4 5 6, almost a week ago entry that I gave you guys. You can see it has now activated us to leave the market almost at the same place where you get into the market. Let's take a look at Nero. Nero is still a buy. One thing I don't understand about this Nero is whenever there is a Red Sea or all of that, Nero seem to always been doing well. Look at it from this. You can see from like a month, 2 months ago, when the whole market was even falling, Nero was going up. So Nero is still a buy, but what do we need to do now? We need to move our stop loss down to 0.025. Let's take a few more, and now we're going to look at Deep. Deep also has hit the stop loss. Please stay away from Deep. Stay away from Deep. Let's take a look at Popcat. Popcat also didn't activate the entry that I gave you guys yesterday. Please stay away from it. Now let's check the Trump official coin. Yesterday I told you Trump official coin activated the buy, but it has hit the stop loss also. Please stay away from Trump coin. Stay away from Trump coin because it has hit the stop loss. So we need another signal or another movement before we can get into it. And we all know Millennial Coin has not been doing well since the token was launched. So please stay away from Millennial Coin. There is no buy also on Millennial Coin. So that's what I have for you on meme coins as well. If you have any other cryptocurrency project, or you have any meme coins you want me to take a look at, you can comment them down in the comment section. I'll take a look at them, analyze them, and also add it to the portfolio whereby we discuss and analyze them together. All right, we're not going to end the show without knowing what the sentiment looks like. Now let's check what the fear and greed looks like. We all know last week it was 10%, but yesterday, because of what happened on Sunday, it moved to 33 or 31%, and now it's sitting back at 15%. So now is extreme fear. Yesterday was fear, and last week was extreme fear, while last month was greed. So extreme fear, and this is when we need to be banging or getting some of this asset back. When everyone is scared to buy, that is when you buy, and when everybody are willing to buy, that is when you sell. That is just the psychology when you're trading spot or you're investing in cryptocurrency. But mind you, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment only. So right now we are on 15%, which is extreme fear. But like I said, we stick to the entry point. Because we're on extreme fear doesn't mean we just blindly jump onto the market and just trade blindly. So we need to wait. We're going to make sure it align with our strategy, then we can jump onto the market. All right, thanks for joining the show this morning. If you're still watching the show, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please and please subscribe, like, and share. Let's push this channel to 10,000 subscribers. You can subscribe right here. It's Crypto Being 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, X, for more news especially, and on TikTok for more nugget that I drop out of the space. All right, I'm still the same Ahmed Oladimeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and you've been watching the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we do not gamble it. Until I catch you tomorrow on another wonderful packed episode of this great show, it peace out.